Hi guys. So my son swallowed a nickel last night, which was super cool. So today we went to urgent care, and then last night the nickel wasn't where it was supposed to be. Like, it got through his esophagus, but it hasn't gotten through the bottom of his stomach yet, and so they are having us come back today to see if it's moved, and hopefully it has, so that he doesn't have to have surgery. So super fun. He's not in any pain, so that's good, but I do have to keep an eye on him in case something happens. And also we have to go to the doctor today. So anyway, it's like 6 in the morning and I'm doing this video for you. Isn't that great? So write down your notes. 6.1, solving one-step inequalities. Today is 422. Make sure that you are, and hopefully you already have been, super kind to the sub. It's going to be a tough day for me, so I really don't want to come back to bad news. Anyway, this symbol is less than, and this symbol is greater than. You probably know it as like an alligator that like eats the bigger number. This one is called less than or equal to. And also, sometimes people say at most when they're looking at this one, because that means that a number is less than or equal to a number. So like if it was X is less than or equal to 10, that would be like, I don't know, like the ball pit at McDonald's, where you say you can be at most 10 to be in the ball pit at McDonald's. And that means that you could be 10 or less. So it would be X is less than or equal to 10 in that case. This one is greater than. Make sure you're writing this down. Or equal to. And the words that go with this is the words at least. So you could have like an X over here and a number over there. Like if we go back to McDonald's, you'd have to be at least 2 to be in the ball pit. So that'd be X has to be greater than or equal to 2. That means 2 or more. Okay. We are going to solve a few equations, which I think you'll get the hang of real fast. This one is not so much solving, just like what it looks like to graph something. So if I have this inequality, X is less than or equal to 4, you're going to put all of your answers today for your homework on a number line, which is not going to be difficult because here's all the things I require in a number line. I require that there be 0 and then the number that you're about to do something with right there. So it should be pretty easy to make a number line. If it has an equals to, that means that it is a closed circle, which means that the circle's like filled in. That means that 4 counts. And if it doesn't have a equals to, it's like an open circle. And so those look like this, like a less than or a greater than have an open circle like that. A less than or equal to has a closed circle like this, or greater than or equal to has a closed circle like that. Now, this says that the answer, the X, is going to be less than or equal to 4. That means that the answer is this way. So technically, the answer to this problem is anything including 4 or less than 4. So like 1.5 counts, negative a million counts, negative 1/2 counts. Anything that's 4 or less is the answer. This one is X is greater than 1.4. If I make a number line again, here's 0, here's 1.4. Really easy when you don't have to put all the other tallies, huh? This one's an open circle because it doesn't have an equals to, and it's greater than, which means that all the answers are above or greater than 1.4, so the arrow goes that way. Some people put the arrows right on the number line. I really don't care which one you do. I think it's easier to put them above the number line because it looks cleaner to me, but that's just me. All right, example 3, example 4. So now we're actually going to start solving stuff. X minus 10 is less than 15. You can still draw this line in if you want to help you solve it. So to get X by itself, to get rid of the minus 10, I'm going to add 10 to both sides. That leaves you with x is less than 25, which is my answer. And then I'm going to put that on a number line. So here's 0, here's 25. It's an open circle on 25. And then it's less than, so the arrow is going to go to the left. By the way, if the x is on the left side of your answer, this arrow actually points in the direction the arrow is going to go, or this inequality does. I know you haven't watched one of my videos in a long time, but I do want to remind you that you can pause at any point, and yes, you do have to be taking notes. So if you've been getting away this far without taking notes, the sub's totally going to check, so make sure that you go back and take notes. All right, why don't you try this one on your own? So pause the video. Pause, actually pause it, guys. I know that you're just watching it straight through, just pause it. All right, I'm assuming you did it. So to get rid of this plus 24, I'm going to minus 24 on both sides. I get x is greater than or equal to 37. That's my answer. Put it on a number line. Here's 0, here's 37. It is a closed circle because of that equals to, and then it's greater than, which means that it goes this way. 2 more to go. All right, let's try this one. 9y plus 3 is greater than or equal to 10y. Now, if I was solving this problem, first I'd want to get the y's on the same side. So I'd subtract 9y from both sides, and now I've got 3 is greater than or equal to 1y, or just y. Now the problem with this is that we're used to looking at it in the other way, where the y is on the left or the variable's on the left. So you can easily switch it to make it look like that so that it's easy to graph. Technically this is the right answer, but it's a lot easier to graph if you just switch it around. Notice that when I switched it around, the y went on the left, the 3 went on the right, but also the sign changed from a greater than or equal to a less than or equal to. It's like it's still eating the 3, right? Wherever the 3 is, it's still eating the 3, like a Pac-Man or an alligator, whatever you want to call it. There's 0, there's 3, closed circle on 3, arrow goes to the left. All right. And then finally, I've got example 6 here, which is a little bit, well, not really tougher, but there's one more rule that I need to tell you that we'll go over a lot tomorrow. But that rule is simply if you multiply or divide by a negative number, flip the inequality. So that's a big thing to make sure is on your note sheet. If you multiply or divide by a negative number, flip the inequality. So on this one's multiplied by a negative 13. Remember, stop the video if I'm going too fast for you. So to get rid of it, we're going to divide by negative 13. But if you multiply or divide by a negative number, not add or subtract, just multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality. So I'm going to change this greater than or equal to a less than or equal to. Notice the equals to stays. And then 117 divided by negative 13 is negative 9. So there's my answer. Here's negative 9, here's 0. Notice negative 9's on the left of 0 this time because it's a negative number. Should be closed circle and going that way. All right, your homework assignment is Page 347, numbers 8 through 30 evens, and 42 and 48. They should go pretty fast for you. Again, it says 3, 47, 8 through 30 evens, and then 42 and 48. So, all right. Good luck. I will see you tomorrow. I hope that my kid is not going to go into a surgery today. Yikes. All right. Bye, guys.